open our story early on a Saturday morning. And this particular Saturday morning, we're going to start at about 9 a.m. And that is your stereotypical time for garage sales, at least in my area. So that's where we're starting. And I'd like you to imagine with me, if you would, you're staring out in front of you in this wide neighborhood. It's like a big neighborhood, and outside in everybody's lawn, there's boxes, there's tables, there's just things stacked high on some tables. Some places have, like some furniture out, like there's a table that has a big sign on it that says free. I just want this gone. On another lawn, there's like this really comfy lawn chair, and it says, I'm broken, but I'm still comfy. We have a like 6-year-old who's running around in front of her house, and she is like running around and like placing stuffed animals on different tables. And she has like a little bag with her. It's a little Ziploc bag that has like a calculator in it and a piece of paper and a pen. And she's ready for her day, and it's really, really cute as all of these families gather. This is actually like an annual event that this neighborhood does. They have an annual garage sale where whoever wants to can set up, they advertise, and the families, it's like a cute little family event for everyone. And on this particular Saturday morning, we are going to zoom in and focus on a car as it pulls into the neighborhood. Now this car is a small little car with black, like it's a small little black car with like the windows are like fairly tinted. Even like the front one, like it looks kind of sketchy coming into like this family neighborhood. And it pulls up to the first house that has stuff out, and it parks. And out gets this teenage girl who is wearing like this very like, it's a very soft blue sundress. She has like a little like cardigan on her shoulders. Very, very cute, very, very cute. And she has like, she has a little handbag, and she begins walking up to the nearest house, and this house has some boring stuff. It has like a clothing rack on one side. There's a table on the other side that has like various plates and cups, some baking things. Just overall, it's very stereotypical, you know, it's very chill. Nothing too special about this one. It's just a house, you know? And so she walks up, she kind of looks through everything, and she kind of like pulls out one of the shirts and she looks it over before she shakes her head and she puts it back. And the two adults who are like sitting in their garage, so like they have like 2 lawn chairs pulled sitting in the garage so that they stay out of like the direct sun. They're like, howdy, how you doing today? Hope you're doing well. Just let us know if you need any help with anything. My wife and I would be more than happy to help you. Everything should be marked. If it's not marked, just let us know and we'll give you a fair price for it. Like, and instead of saying anything, this teenager just kind of looks them up and down, just kind of scoffs a little bit, and then moves on to the next house. And she does this for the next few houses. Like, none of them have anything that's really piquing her interest. And while she's doing that, this black car that she got out of is just slowly trailing behind her as she moves from house to house. And so we're gonna skip forward a little bit of time. Probably about an hour or two. It gets to be around like noonish. We're gonna move to like noonish. And this teenager still looking around at stuff. She took a break. She got about like a third of the way through the neighborhood, And then she got back in her car and they drove off, and then they came back about 20 minutes ago. So she's on like her third house, like this second time round. And this is actually the house that has the like little girl. So as she's walking up to the house, the little girl runs up to her and just goes, "Hi, Sally. Hi. So there's a lot of things for sale here, and if you see one that has like it has a special sticker, it'll have a sticker that says Sally's. If you have that, I can help you with that one because I'm selling some of my old toys and stuff. And the money that I get is gonna go. I've been saving up for a brand new bike, and I really want to get a bike. And so my mom and dad said that if I can sell some of my old toys that I don't use anymore, and then any of the money I make can go towards a bike, and they'll help me get the bike. So if you want anything that says Sally on it, it helps me get a bike. And this teenager just rolls her eyes at this little girl, like this sweet little girl who's just like working hard to get herself a bike. Are you kidding me? But whatever. And so this teenager, she looks around, and it seems like this family must have their own teenage girl because there's like some clothes like on one of the clothing racks that's sitting out there. There's some clothes that really catch her eye, and she begins looking at and the little girl comes up to her and she goes, those are my older sisters. My older sister goes to college now, so she's not here right now. She's up at college, but I would, if you want any of her stuff, then I can help you, and then I can give it to my sister when she comes back. Because I think she's gonna be back next weekend, or maybe it's the following week. I'm not quite sure. I know her school's almost over, and then she'll be back for the summer, and yeah. And this teenager just kind of like ignores the kid again. And it's like, what are you doing? Like, this little girl is trying to be very nice and polite. Her parents taught her very well. She's being very polite, and she's trying to be helpful. Don't you ignore this sweet child. How dare you? But regardless, so she continues doing her thing. And, that car is still following. Like, anytime she moves to a new house, the little black, car that she came in just like drives to the next house and then parks in front of it. And whoever the driver is doesn't get out, doesn't complain that she's been here for hours. Like, none of that stuff. She's just, she's able to do her thing, and nobody's, whatever. You do your thing. And then it starts to get crowded. Like, after lunchtime hits, people are like out and about. It's a pretty nice Saturday, so people are like, I'm gonna go check out this garage sale. Like, it's an annual thing. It's Saturday. So there's like a bunch of families now. And this teenager is now like flowing through, like just like somehow weaving her way in and out of the different families as they walk by and things like that. And it's quite spectacular. It's quite lovely. Except for the fact that she's, like, very clearly, like, looking down on everybody here. Like, she's just like, I don't care. And she gets to a place that has, the teenagers sitting out front. Like, the teenagers helping with this garage sale. And the super fancy smancy teenage girl who's being snooty and snobby to everyone walks up and finds a purse that she likes, and she looks at it, and and there's a price tag on there. The price tag says $15. Now, that's a very reasonable price for this handbag. It is clearly a really nice one. It's still in really good condition. It's like a really nice one. And the snooty, snotty teenager walks up to the other one who's, like, in charge of, like, looking over and, like, taking care of money and that sort of thing, and goes, I'll be taking this. And so the teenager behind there goes, all right, $15, please. And Miss Snooty goes, what? Do you know who I am? Excuse me, no. Teacher goes, I don't care who you are. You're at a garage sale. It's $15 for the purse, please. If you want the purse. If you don't want the purse, you can just hand it back and you can be on your way. And Miss Snooty just goes, how dare you speak to me like that? I am royalty. And you know what? She is. But not from this country. Absolutely not. There's no royalty here. There's no royalty here. And the teenager doesn't care. The one running the garage sale, who's doing her job well, doesn't care. She goes, oh, you're royalty? So then you can afford $15. Pay up or leave the purse. And the two get into this intense staring contest. And they're staring each other down. And the Miss Snooty, Miss Royalty, eventually scuffs. And just, oh, so rude. Why are common folk so rude? This is why I don't leave the castle. Absolutely. Oh. She eventually takes out a 20 and she passes it over. But she's very just like haughty and like about it. And so seeing that it's a 20, even though that this like princess or whoever was being all snooty and everything, the teenager behind the garage sale teenager just kind of goes, thank you. Here's your change, and offers $5 back. And at that point, though, the princess had taken the purse and, like, walked off and was like, no. She goes, do you want your change? Or, like, what's the plan here? You're just gonna, cool. As the princess gets in her car and she drives away. The end. That was our story. It's a very strange one. Here's the deal. I don't always end the stories at good points. I claim to tell stories, and I claim to tell interesting stories that use your guys' words. I don't claim to tell necessarily logical stories. And I think that's where we find ourselves with this last one.